Welcome to my Metric Maths Made Easy YouTube channel. Presented by Tulani Majola. Yeah, so the real number system summarized. You remember in the real numbers we've got rational numbers. Represented by the letter Q. So what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are numbers that are square root of a perfect square. So from now on, whenever we talk about rational numbers, I want you to think of a number that is a square root of a perfect square. For example, e.g. square root of 4, square root of 121, square root of 64 over 9. Square root of 196 over 169. These are all examples of rational numbers, square root of a perfect square. Now, whenever we talk about rational numbers, I want you to think of a square root of a perfect square. Perfect square. There is no other number that is not a rational. All the rational numbers are square root of perfect squares. So they may be positive or negative, but it's a perfect square inside, right? And then you've got 2, what you call is irrational. No, when people say you are irrational, yeah, what they mean that you're not following the norm. So this one is represented by letter Q prime. So it will be the square root of a non-perfect square. So we've got this one already. So now this one, okay, plus or minus square root of a non-perfect square number. Yeah, square root of a non-perfect square is an irrational number. Irrational number is the square root of a non-perfect square, positive or negative. So what are non-perfect squares? So e.g. square root of 8, yeah, is equal to 2 square root of 2. Square root of 20, this one is equal to 2 square root of 5. And square root of 90, not perfect square. Square root of 90 is equal to 3 square root of 10. So all these are irrational numbers. So I'm just summarizing the videos that I presented to you earlier in the one page. And then 1 and 2 are the real numbers, yeah? The real numbers. So they're presented by letter this R, yeah? By letter R. These are the real numbers. And then now there are 2 more which I need you to remember, because mathematics, all of mathematics, and all the mathematics that I've been teaching you is only based on these real number system, these 2, rational and irrational. which you need to know. Now you know the difference. And then I've got the 3, which is non-real number, or we call them unreal, depending on your preference, or not real numbers. Now these numbers are not real. We only learn about them if you do advancements or if you get to university and then do higher maths. So for us, once we realize that the number is non-real, we just put it aside, yeah, trigonometry, yeah, unless we're doing advancements. So a non-real or unreal number is a square root of negative number. Or let me just write negative number. So the square root of a negative number is non-real. So if you put a square root of a negative number in your calculator, you will get an answer, but you won't understand the answer because unless you are doing advancements. So for example, we'll take out these two because we're done with these ones. Otherwise you get confused. Yeah. So a square root of negative 4. Even though 4 is a perfect square, but square root of a negative number is unreal. Yeah. So in a calculator, I think you'll get something like this. Yeah. Get 2i, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that one. Once you recognize that the square root is negative, forget about it. Yeah. Just say this square root of a negative number is a non-real number. It's not a real number. It's unreal. So you stop there. Once you mention that, then you're done. So square root of negative 64 over 81. Yeah. Again, when you put this thing in a calculator, you get something like 8i over 9. But doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Once you see that square root of number, for you, you stop. Unless you're doing advancements. So those 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then the last one, which you must always remember. Always. Number 4. Undefined. Defined. It's an undefined number, yeah? Undefined number. So this one, when you divide by 0, yeah, b equals to 0. It's undefined. So we'll find this sometimes. We'll find it, not sometimes. We'll find it in the hyperbolic functions. So we've got say we've got y equals to x over 3, or rather, let me put it f of x, because y is dependent on x. So the function f of x equals to 2 over negative 3. So what you do when you come to these things, you say no. You see here, this function is defined like for all numbers x, but x minus 3 cannot be 0. So x equals to 3. Yeah, this thing is undefined. Yeah, so this undefined, when x minus 3 is equal to 0, when x equals to 3. So when you draw on the number line, the original, yeah, the horizontal number line. So you know we've got all these numbers here. So got a 0, got a 1, got a 2, got a 3, got a 4, got a 5, got a 6, etc. And then got a -1, got a -2, etc. Yeah, until you can reach normal. So now, if you are going to draw this graph, yeah, y equals to f of x, yeah, y equals to f of x. Y is dependent on x. So f of x is defined as 2 over x minus 3. The first thing you do is you must draw the, or we call it also asymptote. Yeah, this undefined is also called asymptote. In Zulu, we say asymptote. Yeah, so asymptote. So the graph never casts the thing. So the graph is not defined when x is equals to 3 here. So we draw a dotted line before you do anything. So the first thing that you do when you are drawing your hyperbola, yeah, when you draw, is you draw the undefined. Right. So this now you know how to draw the hyperbola, and then you can get your x-axis and the y-axis. Right. Just to summarize so that everything is in your picture. So we've got rational numbers, you have irrational numbers, and then you've got the non or un or not real numbers, yeah, not real numbers. And then last but not least, we've got the undefined or the asymptote, yeah. It's mathematics for you. You know how to differentiate between these. These are real numbers. By the way, yeah, these are real numbers. These ones, yeah, these one are non-real numbers, and the other ones are undefined. Yeah. So please, if you like, I hope you like, and then yeah, you must share, and then make sure that you subscribe also to my YouTube channel. It's very worthwhile. It helps quite a lot of people because this is the how can I put it? It's the pillar. Yeah, this is the pillar. Yeah, we do of knowing mathematics. Yeah, so you know this. I will never, ever. You'll actually enjoy doing mathematics. Yeah, but if you don't know this, hey, mathematics is gonna be a problem. You say mathematics is boring. Anyway, thank you.